thank you for joining us. Welcome to the program. We all know that public diplomacy is not something new, right? Many countries have been using public diplomacy to create better understanding and to project positive image about themselves to the rest of the world. But my question is why all of a sudden the public diplomacy has become such a buzz with the foreign ministry?
Well, I think we aim to use public diplomacy to set the agenda, to appeal to various audiences. And with this age of disruption, with the challenges, with the digital age, of course, we have to keep pace with what's happening in the world and the message that we send out to the world in terms of foreign affairs, Thailand's foreign relations and everything. So I think it's not just during this period that we started to hype up the public diplomacy measures. It's been a trickle effect. It's been ongoing for quite some time, but it might have been obvious during these past few years because we've become more digitized with the tools, and it has been a policy of the past permanent secretaries of foreign affairs as well. So I think we can't be slow. We have to keep pace with the world that's ever continuing to move and never stopping. I guess that's the point.
Are you saying that there might have been a gap of perception or understanding of Thailand among people outside the country?
Yes, definitely. That is something that's inevitable. I think it's something that is happening to every country. The misperception, the fake news, the vacuum that is produced in certain instances. So to feel that, I think we have to be very active in terms of our presence online, our digital diplomacy as well. It's something that's been studied and expanded upon during the past few years. Especially there's many articles and many people talking about this digital diplomacy, how foreign affairs, how ministries of foreign affairs around the world can become more in touch and in tune with the digital world and the audiences around the world.
And the form of public diplomacy must be something to do with Thailand Now, the new website that had just been launched as well. Do you consider this as a form of soft power from Thailand?
Yes, definitely. The image, the persona that we have online for Thailand, of course, it's very important to build. So the website that was launched last week, it's by support of the foreign ministry. It's called Thailand Now on thailandnow.in.th. So it portrays Thailand's image in a way that is modern. It involves all the lifestyle, cultural news, our soft power, and just projected in a more appealing light. So that's the objective of why we supported this portal, so that the Thai narrative can also be more widespread than a narrative of Thailand, but written by people who are non-Thai.
And so far, what's the perception from the website?
Yes, the reaction has been good. Some people, of course, see the link with the foreign ministry, but I think that in the long run, it will be quite effective. Many countries also have these kind of portals, which are supported by government, but they have a narrative which is the local narrative, the local storytelling on different issues.
But what do you think people can get from Thailand Now that they cannot get from other websites or any other social media platforms?
Yes, sure. Accurate information, up-to-date information in the Thai narrative, because it involves a network of independent Thai writers and Thai former journalists as well. So the Thai narrative on Thailand is there for you already on that portal.
You are the most visible face of the foreign ministry, but largely because of your presence at the weekly press conferences on the COVID-19. So how do you think this pandemic has changed the way that diplomats will work? We have been talking a lot about the new normal, right, in the midst of COVID-19. So if there's to be some kind of a new normal for diplomats, especially Thai diplomats, what would that be?
Yes. A new normal would affect everybody around the world, of course. For diplomats in particular, the meetings, the personal interactions that we have are very, very important. That still should remain. But of course, there has to be perhaps a hybrid of the way that we work. So in terms of conferences, meetings, more of online video conferencing, and try to project what you want to discuss with your counterpart, but not not face to face. So that adaptation has to be in place. However, it would make a difference because I've seen, for example, in the United Nations meetings, General Assembly, sometimes when it's more a video conference, diplomats don't express themselves that much. The feeling, the intensity of a particular speech, is not that much as visible, as when you have a personal people physically attending meetings. But I think it's something that's necessary. It's something that all diplomats have to learn to do, to be more, as you mentioned, more media savvy. I would say more social media savvy as well, and use digital diplomacy to the advantage of your own country. I guess it's something that everyone has to learn because diplomats have to adapt to the trends of what's happening around the world. So if the trend is on social media, if the trend is the information is to be known, is to be learned on social media, then that's the way to go, I think.